Because here's the key. Here's the absolute key for helping you get to your ideal weight. You have to tip that scale so that you have a little bit more moving towards ideal weight than you do moving down towards overweight. And what's going to happen? You're going to move towards your ideal weight. It's that easy, right? Most of us don't gain 10 pounds, 20 pounds in a month. Most of us gain a pound or two a month our entire life. And then we look back after the last 10 years and go, what happened? Right? This is what happened. Now, here's the beauty though. Your body, if you cut your finger, what happens? It heals, right? You may bleed for a little bit, but then it heals. Your body wants to be healthy. It wants to be well. So if you just even slightly give it your body the slightest inclination that you're helping it out, it's going to be this big arrow moving you towards ideal weight, because that's what your body wants to be its ideal weight. It knows it's not healthy to be overweight. But when we get in the way, it can only do so much. But we've got our body on our side trying to help us to be there. And that's the beauty of this. Right? You don't have to do all of the stuff to be your ideal weight. You don't have to eliminate all of that stuff I just went through. Right? This is how easy it is. We put a big arrow there. One simple little big huge arrow. We tip the scale in the favor of our ideal weight, and guess what starts happening? Your body starts moving towards that. Right? So what do? Right? This is the big secret. This is the secret of what we do. It's called Vivaz. Right? What it does is uses laser-like lights to actually cause the fat cells to open up. That's what it does. Fat cells open up. Out come the fat cells. You're going to lose. Right? That's why people lay on the table and do nothing, which we don't recommend, we don't encourage, but some people do. They're still going to lose about 1 dress or pant size every 6 weeks. But when the fat cells are open, because remember, we're going back to that very first slide, why is it that we have such a hard time losing? What doesn't happen? Anyone? No one paid attention? Right? Why is it that we have such a hard time losing? It's because our fat cells don't open up, right? Because of all those things we are counting on our fingers and our toes, they don't allow our fat cells to actually open up. They cause our body to go into fat storage mode and not fat burning mode. So when we take this little thing, right, and we put it on the body, and wherever you have the fat, and the light causes the fat cells to open up, if you actually help us change your lifestyle, eat better like we tell you, do some exercise, now that those fat cells are open, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, you're going to lose even more, because that's why we've done and tried all those things, but it didn't work because the fat cells weren't opening. This bypasses those 13, 20, everything in your life moves you one direction or another. This bypasses that scale, causes the fat cells to open. So now when you start living that healthy lifestyle, start eating better, start dieting, that's why people see an average of 2 dress or pant sizes every 6 weeks when they're willing to change their lifestyle. And you'll see more if you really change it. If you really change your lifestyle, you can easily see 3 or 4 dress or pant sizes gone in 6 weeks. So what is it? It's just simply a laser-like lipo that causes the fat cells to open up with light energy. That's all it is. Right? It's like, have you ever taken a flashlight, put it up to your hand, shined it through? What happens on the other side? You can see light, right? Because the light goes through. It goes in. It's specifically designed to get the fat cells to open up. Right? So here's a little video of how it works.
Light energy emitted by the laser-like lipo safely penetrates the patient's skin. Vivaz targets the adipocytes or fat cells by the specific frequency, wavelength, and power settings of Vivaz. The fat cells absorb the electromagnetic energy from Vivaz. When enough energy is absorbed by the fat cells, transitory pores begin to form on the surface. Water, glycerol, and free fatty acids begin to leak out of the pores into the interstitial space or sewer system between fat cells. The adipocytes release these substances into circulation, and they are processed naturally in the body. The fat cells are then smaller, leaving you with inch loss, fat loss, and a reduction in the appearance of cellulite.
And it's really that simple. That's exactly how it works. Right? So now I'm a little bit of a, wee cheeky monkey. So what I say is if you like doing things the hard way, this isn't for you, right? Because this isn't the hard way, right? If you don't want a new hope of you, what I mean by that is that how many of us have tried diet and exercise and we almost literally given up hope that I'm ever going to look the way I want, right? This helps create that hope, and you'll see some of that, right? If you like surgery, related complications, drugs, you know what? This isn't for you because we don't have any of that, right? No side effects, right? So what it is and what it is, not just another fad diet. It's not complicated. It's not for everyone. It's not another gimmick. It's not just surgery or drugs, right? And I'll go through who it's not for in a little bit. What it is meaning almost effortless and easy, meaning that this. Have you done diet and exercise before? Of course we all have. We've all tried it, right? And if you're one of those who hasn't, you're probably not watching this video. You're probably not sitting here today, right? Right? We've all tried it, and it's a lot of work for a little result. So when I say almost effortless and easy, meaning that if you actually had 2 dresser pant sizes gone in 6 weeks, do you think it'd be pretty easy to make healthy choices? Of course it would. That's the beauty of this. You see those big results, which makes the choices you're doing seem much easier and effortless because you're seeing such great results. Yeah. Proven results, meaning that tons and tons of studies on this technology. It's been around since 1994, right? Tons of clinical case studies, numbers in my office alone, other people who are doing this. Like, it works. That's the bottom line. Right? How much it works for you is up to you. Right? It's a no-brainer for losing fat. It's pain-free. How many people love that? Right? Some of people raising their hand going, I don't. I like pain, right? No surgery, no drugs, and it's completely safe. Right? So what does a session actually look like? What will it look like when you decide, okay, I want to have this done? Here's what it looks like. Patient comes in, you measure them, I teach you how to do all the measurements so they're standard every single time. They lay it out on the table. Right? What we do is we just wrap the belt around them just like this. Loosely put them on them, and you take the paddles from the machine and you literally just slide them in. Now, this is my prototype version because all my other units are back ordered. Right? But it's the same thing, other than you'll see when you get when your unit, the paddles are nice and slim, it's sexy, it's got an LCD screen, counts down the timers, everything. But you simply just take the paddles, slide them in on the patient, okay? And now you might have 2 paddles, you might have 4, you might have 6, you might have 8. Depending on how many you have, you just slide them all in, and all you do is you come over to the machine and you hit start. And it's on, just like that. Now, machine counts down, beeps after 10 minutes, you set your kitchen countdown timer, go out of the room, you come back in, you put the before you leave the room, you put the Vivaz Vision on them so they start the neurological retraining that they do, laying right here on the table. You come back in after 10 minutes, right? The machine will stop, you change the paddles, right? If you got 4, if you've got 8, for a lot of people, they're done after 10 minutes because you don't have to move them. If you have 2, you'll have to do it 4 times. But you just simply slide the paddles if you got 4 or 2 or whatever it is you got. And you can do this on their butt, you can do this on their legs, you can do this on their chin, you can do this anywhere they have fat. Start the machine again, right? They're still listening to the Vivaz Vision. Have the headphones in, you set your timer, you leave the room, and you just do that as many times as you need to. And it's that easy. That's how simple the sessions are. And they will lose instantaneously. You measure them before, you measure them after, and you will see a difference every single time on the tape measure. All right, so you lay down on the table, you put the belt on, slide the paddles in, hit start. That's it, right? We got a neuro change technology that I'll talk about in a bit that you're doing while you're doing it. And a lot of people ask then, okay, so we release all this fat. Well, where does the fat actually go then? Right? Here's where it goes. Here's a little chart that shows you. Now, the free fatty acids come out. They get converted into energy by the body to be in the liver to be used later, and some of them get burned up. Water, guess what happens to the water? Pee it out, right? That's what happens with the water. And the glycerol, some of it gets used as energy in the body and gets converted as well, and some of it gets peed out as well. Now here's the beauty of this. If I simply just took away the Vivaz treatment at the top and said healthy lifestyle, what, if anything, would change on this chart? Anybody want to guess? Do you think anything would change? No, that's the beauty of it. That's the exact same thing as living a healthy lifestyle. Exactly. There's no side effects that are known. There's no complications that are known. Like, it's literally the same physiological processes as if you'd live a healthy lifestyle that allowed the fat cells to open up and release the fat. Same thing. So a lot of people are asking, wow, does it really work? Right? Does it really work? And the answer is yes, absolutely it does. Right? Absolutely. The technology's been around since 1994, invented by some guys in Korea. Right? And there's been a lot of different people, a lot of different machines, a lot of different whatever, and studies and research and videos and everything. But the bottom line is it works. Right? It works. Right? Patient's actual results, right? 8 inches is what it should be in 8 visits. Right? Right? Now this is not average. This is if the people are doing what? Right? Doing the additional lifestyle changes that go along with this. You don't get these kind of results just laying on the table, right? So this is what I did. I said, does this really work? Now, the interesting story about when I found out about this was that I was complaining to my girlfriend. I said, my favorite pair of pants that I've had for 10 years are getting tight. I didn't say it like that, but that's what I was saying. My favorite pair of pants are getting tight, right? Literally about a week later, I found out about this technology, jumped on an airplane the next day, went to Vegas, did it. Those are my before and after results. Came back home after one treatment, put on my favorite pair of pants, and guess what? They weren't tight. Right? They weren't tight. Right? And to me, that was like, wow, it really works, right? They've got double-blind studies on the technology, right? They said, don't change your diet and exercise. And what happened? They lost about 1 inch or half a dress size in 3 weeks. Right? So the technology has proven how this light causes the body to open it up, right? They did double-blind studies on the technology. They gave them a placebo, meaning what's a placebo mean? They didn't actually get the treatment, right? And what happened? They gained. People who had the actual sessions lost, right? And the actual results, now, I'm going to give you this slide in inches, but so the actual results in my office, meaning that in 21 days, right, they lost just over 7 inches, right? In 42 days, right, they lost just under 12 inches, which is almost 2 dresser pant sizes, right? In 63 days, they lost almost 18, right, inches, right? And then the record in the most amount lost in the least amount of time is the guy lost almost 30 inches in 9 weeks. That's what's possible. This lady here, here's her before and after. Right? Here's Tara, and this is what I love. Patients get motivated. This is what I love the most, is that people get motivated. You're going to get motivated to actually live a healthier lifestyle. So tell us about your experience with ND Laser fat loss.
ND Laser has definitely given me fast results. It's given me the drive and ambition to want to stick with my diet and my exercise. It's just helped me to, get those fast results.
Great. So tell us about your actual results that you've experienced.
I have lost a total of 13 inches and 18 pounds in the 6-week program.
Awesome. And how was the program?
Good.
Was
simple. It's easy to follow, and seeing the results quickly is what will want to make you stick with it.
Good. And what would you tell others about our program?
That it works.
You think they should do it?
Yes, definitely.
All right. This one, I love this one, Bernice. She's so great, right? Because it talks about giving you hope. Just real quick, like what your experience was, what happened to you, like what happened with your clothes, how you felt.
The first thing I want to tell you is how I felt leaving here, walking across that parking lot. I got 2 inches taller. I just felt so much better having done this. And as far as my clothes and things, I just spent some time last evening and I took 1 pair of slacks in, like 4 inches. That's good results. And I can't tell you that I've had such a good feeling about anything in a long time. Thank you.
4 inches in one measurement spot. Right? A lot of people, when they talk about inches and how much they lost, they measure the arms and they measure the stomach and they measure the legs and they add them all up and they get 4 inches. Right? So there's her before and after. Right? 52 years old. Here's another video that she did. That's her before and after that. No, I'm joking, right? It's Photoshop.
Hey Melissa, tell us about your experience with laser fat loss.
My experience has been extremely awesome. I've had extreme differences in my before and after, to me anyway. But and I've met great people and learned life changes that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
What results did you have?
I lost 11.5 inches in 6 weeks.
Right? It works. It even works for men. Can you believe it? Right? Doesn't everything work for men though? It's always easier for men than women.
Hi David, tell us about your experience with ND laser fat loss.
It was a positive experience. I lost a lot and helped me change my lifestyle.
What results did you see?
I'm in better shape. I lost a lot of weight. Lost a lot of inches.
How many inches?
16 inches.
For a total of what percent loss?
11%.
11%.
Almost 12%, yeah.
So what would you tell others about the program?
It's a good program. It helped kickstart your weight loss.
Here's his before and after. Right? 16 inches gone. Right? So does it really work? Yes, it absolutely does. Now, how much does it work? Well, if you don't change your lifestyle, you're probably not going to be happy with the results for the time and energy that you have invested in it. But if you're willing to change your lifestyle, you're going to be extremely happy with it. Right? So if it doesn't work, right, we actually do free sessions until you get there. We do sessions at no charge until we get the results you're talking about. Now, what we say by that is that you actually have to change your lifestyle if you want more results, right? But if you're willing to change your lifestyle, we do additional sessions for no charge until you get there. So what can it all be used for? It can be used for your chin, arms, legs, muffin tops, thighs, right? Anywhere that you poke your fat and you can feel it go squish, that's where you can use it. Now here's the beauty of this though, right? In all these places and all these things that it can do, here's the great part. You have one problem area that's the worst, right? Almost everyone does. I'd really like to get rid of this problem area. That's where we do your sessions. For most of us, that's our belly. Now remember when I was talking about earlier, if your body is either in fat burning mode or fat storage mode, right? One or the other. So let me ask you a question. When we do this and we get your body to start burning the fat, it puts your body in fat burning mode. What do you think is going to happen elsewhere as well? You're going to lose elsewhere. That's the beauty of this. If your problem area, say, is your stomach, and we treat your stomach, you're going to lose the most off of your stomach, but a lot of people, they also lose off their arms, off their legs, off their butt. Why? Because their body's in fat burning mode now. It's one or the other. You're either storing the fat or burning it. And this puts your body into that fat burning mode. So who can all use it? Pretty much anyone. The exclusions are people who are still growing, right? Usually, i.e. children, unless we're not talking about emotionally, right? People who are still growing, because the heat can cause the growth plates to sometimes close up prematurely. Same reason that children can't have ultrasound and other things like that. If you don't have heart disease, if you don't have thyroid problems that cause photosensitivity, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say heart disease. That would eliminate a lot of people. If you don't have a pacemaker, right? Because you can't use electrical equipment. If you don't have epilepsy, why? Because it's light. Light can induce seizures, right? And if you're not pregnant, lactating, or severe liver problems, right? All the other people can do it, right? Oldest person we've had do it is 82. Youngest person we've had do it is 18 because why? They're done growing. So it's extremely cost effective, right? No side effects and completely safe, meaning there's not a single known side effect to this technology yet today. Find me one drug, pill, or surgery that can say that. Right? You can't find one single example of that. That's this, right? We're going to help you look and feel better and lose the fat, right? We get up, we put on the clothes, and they're tight again. We just bought new pants, right? Or we want to, go to the beach or whatever it is that you want to do. We try, and this is actually the hope to help you get there. Now, Here's the question. Why are we really here? A lot of us have a very different reasons why we're here. Why do we want to lose the fat? What is it really going to get for us? Some of us, it's going to help us feel better. Right? Some of us, it's going to help us look better. Some of us, it's going to allow us to wear those clothes that we want. Right? Some of us, it's going to, give us more self-confidence. It's going to, everybody's got different reasons. Right? But when you come down to it, in the end, you're also going to have a side effect. I said earlier there's no side effects. I lied. Right? 400,000 people die every year from heart disease. 200,000 people die every year from diabetes, right? 1 in 2 adults are affected with arthritis. And what's the single common denominator that all these have in common? Anybody want to guess? Being overweight, obesity, right? So the side effect is when you start doing this and start living a healthier lifestyle and changing the way you eat and adding the proper exercises and drinking some water and detoxing your body, when you start doing this, what's going to happen is, side effect is you're going to start getting healthier. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to have less likelihood of having these other complications and problems in your life that come from a direct response of being overweight. So here's another one. Now, this one I like because why? Because she's already kind of skinny already. She already works out anyway. She already does all the things she's supposed to do anyway. But what happened with her?
Tell us about your experience with ND Laser Fat Loss.
I had a good experience with North Dakota Laser Fat Loss. The staff was really great to work with, and I enjoyed my hours there 3 times a week.
Tell us about what results you had.
My results were really good. I lost 12 inches off my stomach, 3 inches off my thighs, and some off my arms.
And so what would you tell others about Bismarck's Biggest Loser?
I would say that Bismarck's Biggest Loser was life-changing, and that I would do it all over again.
She's skinny to be.